Welcome to Step Into the Arena, redefining equine assisted coaching. We're Diana Gogan and Janice Story, coaches, horsewomen, and founders of a comprehensive equine assisted coach training program rooted in personal transformation and authentic horse-human partnership. Join us in conversations about what it truly means to coach with horses as equal partners and co-facilitators. We explore the heart, soul, and foundations of equine assisted coaching and what it takes to become a coach who changes lives. If you're curious about becoming an equine assisted coach, you're in the right arena. Today's topic is, what is the difference between equine assisted coaching and equine assisted therapy? And this is a question that we get asked a lot, both from clients as well as those who have a desire to enter into this field. People love the idea of partnering with horses for healing and personal development, but they're not always sure which is the right path for them to follow. So let's start with the basics. What are the key differences if someone is exploring this as a career path?
That's a great place to start, Diana. Equine Assisted Therapy is a clinical practice, which usually requires or always requires a degree of some kind, psychology, social work, or counseling, plus state licensure is a necessity, and hundreds of supervised hours. These are professionals that treat mental health conditions and partner with horses as part of their therapeutic tools.
Equine assisted coaching, on the other hand, doesn't require a clinical license nor training or degrees at a university level. Our coaches at the Freedom Way are trained in powerful coaching tools and techniques, emotional intelligence, and how to partner with horses intuitively and ethically to guide clients forward. So becoming a coach has a whole different set of learning criteria that is important to enter into the coaching field confidently.
Right. And when they're involved in the coaching aspect of it, it's future focused and solution oriented, right? It's about personal growth, not clinical treatment plans.
And I'm so glad you brought that up, because that is exactly true. So if we were to look at the day-to-day of each of these different roles, what does that look like?
Well, as a coach, your sessions are centering around goals, decision making, leadership, gaining confidence, things that really help somebody to grow and evolve in their life. You might be supporting clients that are navigating different types of transitions or helping them rediscover their purpose. The sessions are creative, they're outdoors in nature, and they're really flexible too.
Mm. Meanwhile, a therapist is working with, what you might want to call deeper wounds, so deeper emotional wounds, trauma, depression, anxiety. And these sessions often follow a clinical treatment plan, often with detailed documentation and supervision requirements. This is where we really lean into, in this equine assisted therapy field, this is where we really lean into the mental health and welfare of a client.
Exactly, Diana. Both paths are really powerful, but they serve different client needs.
Let's flip the lens. If someone's a client, how do they know if coaching or therapy is for them? What would be some things that you would suggest, Janice?
Well, if somebody's really seeking clarity and growth, momentum in their life, and are typically functioning well, not stuck in trauma, but want more alignment or purpose in their life, the coaching's probably going to be the right fit. Mm-hmm. Horses reflect their inner world, what's going on inside. Experiences are very powerful and transformative and kind of guide the client to find their own answers.
I think that is a key aspect of the coaching. You're really guiding the client to find their own answers. On the other hand, if you're experiencing unresolved trauma, ongoing anxiety or depression, or really need the clinical mental health support that a licensed therapist could provide, then equine assisted therapy would be a more appropriate path.
And it's okay to need one or the other. And sometimes throughout somebody's life, maybe they're going to experience both. What I've really found in a lot of my clients, it takes a team of providers to help somebody through their life.
That is so true. And that's one of the things that I feel like we really focus on at the Freedom Way is that holistic approach. You know, we're human beings that are multifaceted. There's a lot that makes us up. And so I like that team approach. And I see it work very effectively. And a lot of the clients that I work with, you know, they're working with me as well as other professionals to gain, you know, what it is that they're seeking. One thing I do want to touch on, because we hear this sometimes, is that some coaches do pursue additional training, some extra training to support clients in things like trauma, grief, some corporate career goals. You know, there's different types of training that coaches can take that may allow them to work in some of these fields. Can you kind of explain how that fits in now that we've talked about coaching versus therapy?
Absolutely. I'll use myself as an example. I've taken a bunch of courses, classes, different trainings in specializing in trauma and addiction, breath work. It allows me to sometimes, I can take a client a little deeper into that, but as long as I know what I'm capable of and I know my limits, and I have a whole team of therapists that I can refer somebody out to if it's needed for some mental health issues, right? So taking extra courses really helps somebody gain some extra tools to support clients that are navigating some big emotional changes in their life, but still staying within the scope of coaching, not the therapeutic clinical treatment. They're not diagnosing or treating mental illness, but they're also helping people build resilience, self-awareness, and emotional intelligence in the process.
And you touched on that, a very key distinction in that, and that is about staying in integrity with what your training allows you to do.
Right.
That's one of the things that I know we take a lot of pride in at the Freedom Way is whatever additional training you have, absolutely bring that in and blend that in with your equine assisted coaching, staying in integrity with yourself, with a client, and with the ethics of the field. So if someone's feeling called to partner with horses to support the lives of others, but they don't want to become a licensed therapist, equine assisted coaching is actually a really beautiful fit.
And that's why Diane and I created the Freedom Way. We offer an ethical, comprehensive certification that helps people step confidently into the coaching with horses role. Our graduates go on to do some incredible work, and we've had therapists take our course, and bringing the horses into their existing therapy practices it's been amazing to watch what they've created. They're really doing some amazing work, empowering clients, transforming lives, and truly honoring the wisdom of the horse. That's something that's important to us.
And that's one of the things I enjoy about the equine assisted field is that you do have some flexibility, but also remembering to stay in integrity with your training and sometimes what state laws allow you to do within your specific area. So whether you're choosing a professional path or just looking for your own personal growth and support, understanding the difference between therapy and coaching helps you find exactly what it is you're looking for.
In either way, the magic of the horse-human connection's there. It's just experienced through different lenses.
And you can learn more about becoming an equine assisted coach through our website, The Freedom Way, and seeing exactly what our certification program entails and how we kind of mentioned a little bit ago, how we help support you in all of the different training and making your business become a perfect fit for you, how you blend coaching into some of the other training if you happen to be in that specific case. And also for some of you, this is going to be brand new. This is your starting point. This is your jumping in, and this is a beautiful place to do that as well.
It really is. So thanks for joining us today. And until next time, follow your calling, trust the horses, and stay true to your path.
We'll see you in the arena. Thanks for joining us inside the arena. If today's episode sparked something in you, be sure to like and subscribe and watch for upcoming episodes. To learn more about the Freedom Way Equine Assisted Coach Certification Program, as well as other training and learning opportunities, visit us at freedomwayequinecoaching.com.